move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find.
Yo, what's up everyone, this is Jaren and I'm back with a new tutorial on how to get vocal quality like NoCap in the song Radar. A lot of you guys requested this in the previous video, so I went ahead and just made it for everybody who commented. So before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time there's a new video. You can go ahead and get the entire vocal preset on BlueNovaBeats.com. Go to the store, click on the vocal presets tab, you can get it there. So let's go ahead and jump into it. What I'm gonna do is highlight the vocal right here. I'm gonna turn off the master and we're gonna work with the lead vocal. So what I have all my vocals routed to another insert where all the effects are being applied to. So right here, we're gonna right click and solo it. And for now, let's just go ahead and turn off all these other effects. So the first thing I have is going to be auto-tune. I have it set on C minor. The retune speed kept around 10. With NoCap, his vocals kind of have a good amount of auto-tune on it. So keep that in mind. Depending on your vocal type and how well you're hitting the notes, you can reduce it or increase it. So this is what it sounds like with it. And okay. All right. So here's what it sounds like.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
So now we're gonna get into the compressor. So the first thing I did was just use a fruity limiter, go to the compressor section to activate it. And I went ahead and set my ratio to around 2:1, my knee all the way up to 100. My threshold, I'm bringing this down to around 21.2. Now keep in mind, this might not be the threshold level you wanna have for all your vocals, but you just want to lower it down to where it's getting everything compressed and pretty even. For the attack, I left that alone. The release set right here at 56.78, and the head, which is also believe called a sustain, set at 0.97. So this is what it sounds like.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
So after that, we're gonna move into an EQ. So the first thing I did was just roll out some of the bad frequencies in the vocals. So I just swept it around 148, 214, also right here 286. I also found some resonance in the 500 region, also right here 703. So this is what it sounds like.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
After that, we're using another parametric EQ2, and what we're doing is just boosting around 8K. I found that's what was something a little bit comparable whenever I was initially EQing the vocal, so I just played it back and forth with the original song. This is my starting point to boost it. I boosted it up to around 6 decibels and got this.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
After that, we're using another compressor. Now this time I'm using a fruity compressor and we're doing a good amount of compression on the vocal. I brought threshold down to around negative 29.2. My ratio kept it around 301, as you can see. The gain, just increased it up by 15. My attack, I like to keep it fast, around 7.5, and the release kept it very fast and short to around 49, 50 milliseconds. So this is what it sounds like.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
So after that, we're gonna use this free plugin called the Logic channel. It's very similar to the Waves SSL channel. I like this to get some clarity out the vocal, just because this region right here, I went ahead and boosted it around the 16K region, and we're just getting the air presence out of the vocal just to, you know, better match like NoCap. And also with the dB, just increase that up to around 0.62, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner. And that's essentially what you want to have. Also right here, around the upper mid frequency, I just cut that down a little bit to around 0.47 and just left that alone. So this is what it sounds like.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
Next, we're gonna use Spitfish, and what this is gonna do is just take care of the sibilants and the vocals and all those hard S's and T's. So this is what it sounds like.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lua. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like Lua. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
Then we're going to use a fruity limiter, and this is just going to even out the vocals and increase the volume a little bit more. So what we're trying to do is just get a very full sound. For the attack in the head, I left it alone once it loaded and just brought the release all the way down to 0. For the ceiling, I had that set to around -6, and like I said, just boosted it to hit the wall.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lure. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like lure. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
And the very last thing is adding a fruity reverb too, just to get some wideness and fullness in the vocal. I just had these settings. The size of the room is not set to 100. Most of the time I kind of set my size to 100, but I kept it here to around 28. And like I said, just doing a lot of matching to the original song. Just what I found was pretty well mixed for the original song. So this is what it sounds like.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lure. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like lure. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. NoCap, he has a good amount of reverb on his vocals, so keep that in mind if you're trying to get his sound quality. The very next thing, which is also the cool part that you guys need to note, is in between certain areas of this verse or hook. I'm not too sure if I don't know off the top of my head. I think this is the verse, but right here, he has some stereoized vocals, so it's like it has a chorus or widening sound. So essentially what you want to do is just have the same thing that you have for your lead vocal and put it to another insert. And what we're doing right here is adding a fruity chorus. For the fruity chorus, these are settings that you want to have in order to replicate that same sound as NoCap. Keep in mind that we're using stock plugins, so this is the closest thing that we're going to get to the original song. And after that, we just have a fruity reverb too. And these reverb settings is what you want to have. You want to increase the wet level a little bit more because in that area where the vocals are stereoized, there's more reverb coming in. So I have that set to around 36%. So keep that in mind. Now, this is what it's going to sound like with it.
Still working, I don't know when it's gonna pay off. Every bitch I had, I put him on the radar. One thing she knows, I'll forever get this paper.
So he has that coming in back and forth in that verse. The regular ones just has some decent processing on it, but right here, that's when it has the stereoized feel. So everybody make sure to keep that in mind. I'm gonna play it together with the instrumental. With the instrumental, this is the closest thing I could find online to the original mix and the original song. But there's some keys in it. It's like the guitar seems a little bit off at the end of some notes, and also the 808 isn't exact. But I'm gonna let everybody hear the final quality. For the master channel, we have an EQ, which is a brick wall that cuts it at 16K. And the very last thing, I just added a fruity limiter just to make sure that the entire mix doesn't go past 0 decibels. Most of the time I usually add like a fruity soft clipper, but I just went with the fruity limiter this time. So this is gonna be the final quality.
I've been trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lure. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like lure. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost. Still working, I don't know when it's gonna pay off. Every bitch I had, I put him on the radar. One thing she knows, I'll forever get this paper. Don't be shy to tell the world that I made ya.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I did in order to replicate the quality of NoCap in the song Radar. If you guys liked it, go ahead and put a thumbs up. Put in the comment section what you all want to see next. If you need your song mix and master, go to BlueNovaBeats.com. Go to the bottom of the page, go to the contact form and send me a message there. And that's pretty much it. And also another big announcement, I'm rolling out my new graphics and digital design website. So just go to BlueNovaDigital.com and you guys can start getting graphics and digital art made by me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll catch everyone on the next video.
Trying to move in without the U-Haul. In the back of the bed, smoking the lure. In the light with 4 friends, this shit like lure. You gon' find me winning, I don't care who lost. Still working, I don't know when it's gonna pay off. Every bitch I had, I put him on the radar. One thing she knows, I'll forever get this.